Aware of. In today's news for you, babysitting boot camp. Stanley Dowling is with the American Red Cross, and I love that you've called it boot camp.
Boot camp.
Make those kids learn about it. Red Cross had recently released a survey giving me the information that 70% of parents want a sitter with child care training, and 67% are looking for those babysitters to have CPR training. What all will the students, the young people, be learning in your Red Cross classes?
Well, it's a 3-day class, and we're going to teach them the complete ABCs, right down to XYZ of babysitting. We will also teach them pediatric first aid, CPR, and AED. We'll also include a segment on pet care for cats and dogs. We'll learn how to take first aid and CPR for your pet. And then finally, we'll get into some disaster preparedness, tornadoes,
in case there's
hurricanes.
an emergency, which could definitely happen while mom and dad are at work and the babysitter's home with our kids, definitely. And the babysitter in their training, they get information, manuals, even a DVD copy of things to learn.
Absolutely.
You mentioned the pediatric CPR. What are some of the basics that a young person would learn about pediatric CPR?
Well, if they were to walk into the bedroom and the baby's motionless, the first thing they would just check the area real quick to make sure it's safe. And then they would check the baby by tapping on the bottom of the feet. Baby, baby. If there's no response, Dawndy, could you please call 911? We have an unresponsive baby.
So I would go as maybe the sibling or somebody else there and go do that.
And then we're going to check for breathing for no more than 10 seconds. 1,000, 2,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. At that time, during those 10 seconds, we didn't feel any warmth on the side of the face. We didn't see the chest rise or fall. We can safely say that this baby's unconscious and not breathing. At that time, we would deliver 2 rescue breaths, each 1 second. Now, we saw the breaths go in and we saw the chest rise. So in that case, we know there's not an obstructed airway. We would place one hand on the forehead, 2 or 3 fingers in the center of the chest, and then we would begin infant CPR.
And obviously, this is just a little demonstration of what would be offered in the babysitting boot camp, but you would learn that extensively, and the child would really know what to do if babysitting and something like that happened. Let me give you the information. The babysitting boot camp by the American Red Cross will be held at the Central Chapter offices on Bull Street in Columbia. It's for ages 11 to 15 and will be on June 9th, 10th, and 11th. The extensive training costs $150. You can register at 1-800-RED-CROSS, and all this information is on our website. I have it under the big red 10. And I'd like to hear from you now. Go to Twitter and let me know how old you were when you started babysitting, and if you had taken any kind of training class. On Twitter, I'm at Dawndy, WISTV. I'll air some of your comments at the end of the show. Stanley, I think this is so important, and you know what? I never had that kind of training as a young person before I babysat, but it's something I would want my babysitters now to
And we
have.
hope many children will come out and take advantage of this worthwhile training.
It's a wonderful opportunity. I have all the information on my Facebook page.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stanley.
Thank
As
you.
always. Time now for